Welcome one and all, I'm Keith, this is Game to Please, and we're back in Fallout 4, You Only Live Once. And I am just going to jump right into it because there is no way in hell that I'm going to Hub 360. Yet. I've done some thinking from yesterday, and I've got this big piece of armor sitting around my being, and I've got some grenades, I've got some fusion cores, I've got plenty of ammo. Let's get Nick out of the frickin' whatever that is, vault in the subways. It's right around the corner, and honestly, I think as a backup, if we're actually just going and dealing with a few things in our power armor that we're going to be dealing with, that'll be a lot better, and we might even, you know, do enough things that we'll have a jetpack to deal with Hub 360, because I'd much rather be able to jump from rooftop to rooftop and avoid all the enemies that I can imagine running into trying to get to that place. Yeah, I mean, I did a quick look-see as to a good way of getting there, and it is a mess, and I don't want to rely on myself trying to avoid all the enemies along the way, or kill all the enemies along the way without taking damage. So instead, yeah, we're going to do something slightly different. We're going to actually make some story progress, which is almost unheard of, I feel like, but hey, strange times. So, rescuing Nick Valentine, we need to get into a subway, we need to kill a bunch of people who are dressed very nicely with some machine guns, submachine guns, 10 millimeters, stuff like that. Not going to be too much of an issue. I think I'm at the level that snub nose pistols are going to be in play. Something to look out for, but again, big piece of power armor should do quite nicely. And yeah, I'm just trying to get this out of the way because I am closer to a jetpack than I give myself credit for, and I might as well have that if I'm going to be dealing with weird load zones, trying to get into something above other things that is surrounded by enemies, and it's broad daylight, so deal with those guys carefully. Yeah, around the corner, down the street, nip through the alleyway, and we'll be right there. Just double checking. I think we'll be fine. So the big thing about dealing with the Triggermen is at some point they're going to have a little bit higher perception and access to a few better weapons, but honestly their damage resistance does not go up too much. I'm not going to deal with Swan yet, that's not in the docket. Yeah, let's keep it nice and simple. Everything seems fine. We can avoid the gunfire. That's not for me to deal with. And I just want to drop off anything that would be... Nope, I don't really have too much. Plenty of carrying weight, thankfully. Okay, the Triggermen. Yeah. Just going to make sure that everything is fine, and it seems to be fine. Okay, let's get into it.
I'm telling you, joining Skinny Malone's crew was the best decision we've ever made. Look at this place.
We can,
say Malone's weak.
Essentially
But the
get pips on
detective's
everyone.
around him. What does he do? Locks him up.
Can we get a
Like
pip
he
on
ain't
this
got the
guy?
balls to just kill him.
Okay, as we can take a look, our weakest weapon is only going to do half damage to the head. Everything else should be
Face left.
body shots. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, why don't we get... Okay, he needs to actually get up for a pip. That's fine.
Shit. Where'd that come from?
I am not too worried about this place because you can pretty much stay right up here, and they don't do too well of actually finding their way. Let's just make sure that I actually have my grenade set. I think a baseball grenade would be fine. Get those out of the way first. It's not so much about finding me, it's about actually doing something about it when you've actually found me. Yeah. Hopefully you're effective when you actually... Oh, nope. You're going to be ineffective at finding me. The one place I could have come from and you don't even check. Oh, wow. He took the shot. You know what? That should deal with him. Just come around the corner, dude. And... nothing. Did it hit that thing and bounce back? Ridiculous.
Oh, you'll pay for that, wise guy.
Okay.
Brady cat. Who's scared?
I'm not scared, I just don't want to take damage. You're going to appear right on top of me and immediately put me into danger or something. Yeah, last time that was
Couldn't hide. That's right.
very disconcerting to have enemies essentially teleport up to you just because they were searching for you at some point. So I am not going to back up too much, and they do have snub nose. I will be taking all of these wonderful suits off them, even if they're dirty. They will make my settlers look very, very nice. And I guess I can pick up some random stuff. We can check in here. I'm gonna start essentially running out of interest when it comes to getting random loot and stuff, but ceramics and whiskey, that's bourbon, too bad. But that sort of stuff, it can end up being useful down the line. But I want to make a little bit of progress, a little more speedily than normal this time. It would be a nice little change of pace. Okay, expert lock.
Yes.
Not a whole lot when it comes to the actual value, but every little bit helps, I suppose. Yeah. Over here, we're going to be dealing with our first tension trigger in this area. Actually, it may be our only tension trigger. Pretty obvious. Rubber might be useful, but I'm fine buying shipments of that stuff. And gas is always nice, and call that good. Okay, so for the triggermen down here, they're going to be lured up the stairs one at a time, and we'll kill them all, and it'll be super easy, but you still gotta be careful. Obvious. I feel like this is kind of like, you know, baby's first dungeon or something. All the traps are really obvious, and nothing really can get you caught off guard too much. So I think what we'll do is try to mark most of the people just standing around, even if we're going to kill them immediately. Those guys in the distance, and there's one. Yeah, he's sitting, so he's impervious to being marked, apparently. Too bad. You know what? Oh, he's standing up, so we can get him. And he's legendary. Okay, so now we'll know that he's over there. The rest of these guys can start firing their automatic weapons. I don't really care that much. The nice thing is you might be able to see their legs before they can even get to you. Yep, there's another one. And I missed him a little bit. let's not forget about our well-being. A few noodle cups. Actually, a couple mutt chops as well. Actually, 3 mutt chops because damn parasites. Two legendary triggermen? Very nice. Thank you very much. Okay, those two incompetently unable to get to me. I'll deal with them myself. Ooh, we've got a lot more enemies than I was expecting.
Every second you hide.
But yeah, this is a good place to pick up legendaries. It might be something to do with my very first explosive automatic, well, not automatic, but my first combat shotgun that had explosive as the legendary effect I picked up in this situation right here. So good memories right there. Let's see if we can't actually kill a few enemies more effectively than we would otherwise. Okay, I can shoot the... yeah, let's be a little more safe. That shopping cart was pretty much impervious. People should wear shopping carts as armor more often.
Come on out. I promise I will bring one.
Just a little more. I'm sure you have it in you. Just get around the corner. You're so close. There you go. See? You just need to
Oh, I'll fight.
get out of your shell a little bit. I am done playing games with you. Okay, I am almost done playing games with you. Catch. There we go. Yeah, Triggermen, not too much of an issue. We're gonna just take all of this stuff because I have a plan for it. Now definitely make sure we get troubleshooters. Okay, so reducing damage from robots is something that will eventually come up, but it'll only come up eventually if we get plenty of troubleshooter. Wow, words. It'll only come up eventually if we get plenty of troubleshooter stuff. Resilient plasma pistol. Well, it's better than the plasma weapon I have right now. 150 damage resistance while reloading. That's... If you know you're gonna take damage and you're starting to reload, I suppose, but why not just finish off the person? And if you're in a situation where you're needing to reload in the middle of a fight and you're taking damage, things have already gone wrong. So many better legendary effects to get, but it could be worse. It is very bright. Okay, over here, another expert locked. Trying to think. Honestly, it's best just to move everything to the entrance or the exit. The exit being where you and Nick end up running to once you've rescued him. Yeah, that's everything. Because that way, this really isn't that far away from Hangman's Alley. You pretty much appear right behind Hubris Comics, and that way you can just kind of nip in, nip out, make sure you're, you know, getting everything worthwhile from this place. Usually I come here a little bit earlier, but this time I kept on putting it off, and that's fine. So, in here, not going to be too much extra bits and pieces, but we might as well grab them all. Again, our gear situation is not looking too great, but gears are not something that's actually very costly to grab a shipment of. But definitely pick up all of the clothing so you can actually kit out your various settlers, make them just look a little bit nicer, so they're not so scruffy. Now the 3 more over here, again, not much of an issue. Let's take a look. Still got 40 carrying weight, so we're doing quite nicely. I even missed out on a little bit, I think. Don't forget the oil. Oil is wonderful, wonderful explosives. Yep. And this will be a shorter episode. I just want to run in and grab Nick. He's been waiting too long on me, and I don't want to make him wait any longer. Luckily, these people aren't too much of an issue, unless I miss. Okay, headshot seems to do it. And the third guy, if the third guy could actually show up, that would be wonderful. Third guy, please just peek your head around the corner. Any second now. I know you are really interested in doing said peeking. There he is. Okay. That seems to have done the trick. Over here, lunchbox, and I like to put all of the random junk over here. Lots of junk. More junk that I should be carrying. The reason for this is you can't really be in and out of this vault. I honestly can't remember what this place is called. Okay, back down to my proper carrying weight and into the vault. Now, there's just a few enemies that are going to be giving us a little bit of an issue. The main thing to deal with is pretty much spawned-in enemies. Those guys, you just make sure you have enough frag mines around. The other thing to deal with is enemies that actually decide to come out and start hunting for you. As in this guy that's coming up here. You can deal with this a few different ways. I think I like to deal with him by running up and throwing a grenade. Just get in here. Honestly, just the 95% shot is not enough. Yeah. That is some really effective army you've got in the form of Dirty Striped suit. This guy has a baseball bat, so he shouldn't be too much of an issue. Okay, and I know I'm skipping a lot of loot, but you'll see why here soon enough. I want to get to these guys. They have a nice little thing to say, hey, why would someone build a vault in a subway station? Yeah, because they weren't planning on using it, you moron. Yes, yes, back and forth they go. Nothing like some Boston gangsters to bring us back into the 2077 era, which, yeah, I don't know. Doesn't make the perfect sense to me. Not too difficult to deal with these guys. Honestly, the silencer, I mean, it can be useful, but when they don't really have much time to react, you can just gun them all down. It doesn't make that much of a difference. What does make a difference is if they decide to start hunting for you. And then in that case, you want to leave some toys for them. Again, fragmentation mines do wonderfully. We'll go one right there. One right there. And we'll see how this guy does. And get some cover. Hopefully they get the memo. Come over here, guys. There you go. Wow. Took that like a champ.
Shouldn't hide. Ain't very courageous of you.
Says the guy with a baseball bat with his legs crippled. That is actually... yeah, he is one courageous piece of crap. Okay. Not smart, but courageous. Did I, there we go. Only used one frag mine there. Now, in here, just take a quick shot, make sure there's no one down there because, you know, you can lose track of how many you've killed pretty quickly. And sometimes they like to fall down there and give you a little bit of surprise. So don't be like me those multiple times that I've jumped down there and been shot immediately. Should only happen once, but when it happens twice, yeah, you quickly learn your lesson. So what we're going to do is waste a little bit more fusion core. We only have one right now, which is unfortunate, so I probably shouldn't be wasting it. But the nice thing is, once we actually get down there, it is not much of a trip. Essentially, the main level where you know, find the guy and you blow up a few people, loot a little bit, that's fine. Then the next level, you're essentially probably the most dangerous because they kind of tend to run around a little bit and Nick gets in the way a bunch. That's when things get a little bit messy. And then the last level, you just have to use the element of running faster than Nick can and throw some grenades. And that doesn't always work, but as long as you can kind of, I don't know, play with the speed of the non-player character, make him go a little slower than you, then you can get ahead of him and deal with the enemies before he becomes an issue. And he will quickly become an issue if you don't do that. So get rid of all this stuff, battered, dirty, that, and this, and even some more stuff. Now you may notice I haven't talked to Mama Murphy. Well, not since I gave her drugs last time and she said something about follow your heart or follow the heart or something along those lines. So we need to deal with Skinny Malone and his friends carefully. And when I say carefully, I mean with massive amounts of explosions. Therein lies the fragmentation mines. So we'll do probably 3 right there. And then 3 right there. Okay, if I was Skinny Malone confronting someone, I'd be, what are you doing? And then Darla would be like, I told you to just kill. Okay, let's get a couple more over here, just for good measure. Let's just double check. Yeah, that'll be about right. But we're gonna put it over here just so they don't spawn directly on top of it. And an extra one for either side of this. Okay. That should be enough. And if it's not, Psychojet should pave the way to victory. Now we can jump down into the vault, loot it to our heart's content, kill all the enemies, save Nick Valentine, and be assured of a Nick Valentine rescue that doesn't involve us taking damage from the Skinny Malone because we don't have the little dialogue Remember Lily June on the Rocks or something like that. Is that a drink? Lily June on the Rocks? I mean, I'd prefer my Lily June neat, frankly. Just gonna let that sink in. Soak in, if you will. Okay, and we've already got all the stuff. Not all of it, apparently. And in here, let's see. Yeah, I'm looting way too much, but I don't care. I like looting. It's cathartic. Okay, 114. The Vault 114 is the vault that I was thinking of this entire time. There we go. So, we've got a Nick Valentine. We can let this guy talk, and, you know, have him be, you know, talked away by Nick Valentine. I don't know what Nick's game is. Maybe he sees us, so he's trying to help us out, but I think that he's just trying to mess with him.
How you doing in there, Valentine?
Okay, how is he doing? Probably pretty good. I like to, you know, wait for Nick Valentine to start his thing before I shoot the guy's head off. Didn't do it this time, unfortunately, so he's just talking to a corpse, but... that's fine. Advance lock. This is just a waste of time, unfortunately, but... it is a little bit of adhesive and oil. Emphasis on the oil. Nuclear material, glass, might as well. And, ooh, enameled bucket. You know, you never know when you're gonna need that enameled bucket. So, where were we? Down there is that way. We came from that way. And what we need to do is rescue Nick. Nick. How is Nick doing? Sorry, Nick, it's been a little late. I know, I'm sorry, but... yeah, 3 minutes. We could probably just wait here for 6 hours and they wouldn't come because we haven't triggered the triggerman yet.
Got it.
Okay.
Before they realize muscles for brains ain't coming.
And we're just gonna do the login because I couldn't care less about getting 15 experience. Hello.
Yes.
100 more caps is actually useful. I shouldn't even take that.
Shining armor. Question is,
We'll talk to Nick first so we don't have him ruin the most wonderful moment in this game.
Son, Sean.
Okay, yeah.
Enter.
Nick, yep, cool, do it, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Soup can.
This is Vault Tech interview number 87.
I'm just gonna stay in
Position
here.
of Overseer for Vault 114.
Oh, I forgot the mines.
Refused to give his real name.
I got so excited over Soup Can Harry that I forgot the mines.
The Soup Can
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's right. I ain't telling you nothing. My name is the name I call myself, not the rank and number the government branch on me. No, sir.
Fascinating. Mr. Soup Can, would you mind telling me why you're distrustful of the government?
I've seen what they do. Come up the works with red tape and bureaucracy, take every hard-earned cent and use it to fund their Illuminati, Freemason sex parties. I'm a free man. I should be able to live as I see fit. My taxes pay for them streets and alleys and dumpsters. I'll sleep where I want.
Sir, according to this, you haven't paid taxes in many years.
Ooh, that's an audit.
I seen the back of them Abraxo boxes. Not for consumption? Don't you tell me what to do. I'll eat what I want.
Sir, you may just be the perfect candidate. How would you like to be the new overseer for Vault 114?
I ain't wearing no goddamn tie. Or pants.
Oh, glorious. Soup Can Harry. Never change. Oh, close that. That didn't work. But yeah, so the way to deal with the triggermen is loud and large and pretty much, yeah, I should have actually done this. Put a frag mine right here. All three of them appear right here. They get blown up. But you can also use a frag mine if you're... I was just talking about a frag mine. You can also use a frag grenade if you're careful enough. Anyway, Nick, get to it. Open up this door. That's the one reason why I actually saved you, so I could get out of this damn vault and progress the story. Oh my god. Yeah, yes, Fritz. I'd be able to open it myself. All I need is one more level of lockpick and I should be able to do it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Stay hidden, Nick. I got this. Oh, wow, he's right there. And he's still right there. Wow, I really walked right by him.
What?
Okay, let's throw a grenade on the other side over there. Wake them up. Now that they're woken up, we just throw that over there.
Nothing.
And Nick
Must be losing my
fails
mind.
entirely. Don't use Nick as a marker as to where the enemies are looking, or could be. Grab that. I think it's what, 5 energy resistance? I forget. It's quite useless if I remember right. Okay, it could go really bad really quickly here. Make sure we have full ammo at the very least, and we might just want to move over to plasma. Open this up, and we can. Ooh. Let's just do both of them. Quick other one, and a quick other one. Wow, good job. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Nick, you're useless. I'm going to throw a grenade over there. Hopefully it gets through the door. Did not.
You got guts. Well.
No, are you serious? Okay, that's fine. 17 damage? 17 damage from what? What the heck sort of weapon does... It's a machine gun. It does What? That is... armor? I thought you were supposed to be better than that. I'm just going to back up a little bit. Take stock. Oh, wow. 17 damage? Did I read that right? Is that just me? 3 bullets. Should have been reduced to like 2 damage apiece.
You scared?
Oh boy. Okay, I guess this is how we're playing it. Should have played it a lot more safely.
Stop hiding. We'll make nice. Promise.
Of course, the legendary gear is complete crap. Go figure. Okay, well, that's why you don't go too fast. You end up taking 17 damage from a triggerman that you didn't need to take damage from. Too bad, but what can you do? Okay, Nick, stop right there. I'm so freaking serious. I want ceramic. A wonderful place right here, by the way. Grab all the ceramic. Glass if you need it. Some food. You don't need the food. Ooh, whiskey. Grab the whiskey. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, can't believe my luck. Should have, like...
More stairs?
I don't know, thrown an explosive or something? Done a psychojet? Okay. Psychojet's on 6. We might need to use it. Let's going to be a little grenade over there. Just let this clear out. Okay. Yeah, Psycho Jet would have been more useful, obviously, but I was taking it too lightly. Never take it lightly, especially at close quarters. Random stuff.
Skinny Malone and the
Come
rest
on,
of his boys are waiting.
Skinny Malone is right around the corner. Let's go
Name's,
kill him.
Ironic.
It's not ironic. Well,
Dangerous.
I guess it is.
Another locked door.
Oh, if I need to grab extra... Okay, fine. I'll go to the place that I can actually unlock. Advanced. Get in there and break the lockpick. Then get in there with that.
That's it.
And it's going to be some money. And a master. But thank God there was a tuxedo. Okay. Whiskey in the children's place. Makes perfect sense. Let's be on with it. We have half of our fusion core left, and that should be plenty.
Nicky, what are you doing? You come into my house, shoot up my guys?
Okay, so we got frag mines, frag mines, frag mines, frag mines, Skinny Malone.
Be back.
You know what? What happens when we just
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for your
Aha!
Ought to tell her to write home more often. Well, so much for Skinny Malone. Think he's lighter or heavier?
Think he's lighter or heavier with all those what, Nick? What were you gonna say? Bullet holes? I'm using a plasma weapon and I blew him up, so I don't think bullet holes kind of sum up the situation. But sure, yes, I think he is lighter with all the bullet holes. Okay, grilled radstag. Why do I have 19 grilled radstag?
Good night, sweet prince.
Carrying too much again. I think we can drop a few things. Namely the submachine gun. We don't need all of them.
Here's to all the orphans. It'll be an awkward conversation with Darla's parents when I tell them their daughter bit the big one. Well, at least the case is closed. Let's get out of here. There's a service ladder that should take us right to the surface.
Yes, yes. Be on our way. So yeah, that was Vault 114 or something like that. And I took damage because I wasn't taking Psycho Jet and I was missing multiple times. Need to be more cautious. Need to use drugs much faster. Chems will save the day. Chems could have saved that day. But 14 damage once again to advance a part of the story. Kind of have to put that into the calculation. I didn't need to actually take the damage, but you know what? That's fine. Let's be on with it. Any second game. Game, this is where you, there we go. So, yeah, this doesn't appear until you've actually, you know,
Valentine.
ran out through here.
Are you ready to talk? How do you know to find me down in that old vault?
Your secretary, Ellie.
She did. Now, I want you to come to my office.
Uh-huh. I'll meet you there.
See you in.
And we just got Idiot Savant that does quite nicely. 1,180 experience. Very nice. Okay, so what we're going to do is run back this way, because this way doesn't have dogs and raiders and everything else that Nick's going to have to deal with, so good luck to him. But yeah, it's just going to be a really short part. I just wanted to get this out of the way, get a little something out there, and advance the story ever so slightly. We'll be able to, well, let's take a look. 34, almost to 35, well, 3/4 of the way to 35. 41 in intelligence, that's still 7 levels away. But what are we really talking about? We're talking about going and doing some talking, doing the dog meat, doing the, well, getting into Kellogg's house, doing all that. Then we follow Dogmeat, as in we lead him straight to Fort Hagen. And at Fort Hagen, we kill a bunch of synths, kill a bunch of things along the way, kill a Kellogg. And then once we're done, we get some more experience. Then we do a memory trip through Kellogg's brain, and we get told to go to the Glowing Sea. If I'm not level 41 at that point, I'll be thoroughly surprised, because there's a little thing where I want to also talk to a certain Brotherhood person who's been nice enough to invite me along a mission to kill a bunch of synths, and I can get a little bit more practice in without a useless deacon around. So me and him might just need to take a look-see at Artjet and kill some synths, get some experience. And that is quite a bit of fusion cells as well. Couple brothers in power armor. Yeah, stomping around the Commonwealth. That'll be nice. But anyway, that's been this. Quite a short part, but this is essentially a teaser for completely changing things around, starting to move forward. I can really take what I've got and start taking chunks out of the main quest line. There's still plenty of DLC, and there's still plenty of quests to do, but I need to start setting up the mid-game. Mid-game being bring the Brotherhood on side, do various things that are going to allow me to have vertibird support, artillery support. The teleporter is obviously going to be our end goal, but yeah, we need to be able to get into the Glowing Sea as well. And that's when, well, we might need to, we might need a second piece of power armor. One's not going to be enough. We'll have a Glowing Sea power armor for radiation and something else, because walking into the Glowing Sea with a hazmat suit, that just doesn't suit me. I need to be very, very over the top, and I think this is going to be one of 2 pieces of power armor that are going to do the job for that. So yes, plenty to come, but in the meantime, I've been Keith. This has been Game to Please with the Fallout 4 YOLO done live. Thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, farewell.